lost to NFL dreams. Now I'm leading men, not just teams. They tried to doubt, tried to shade, tried to run me out. Now they chant my name in the dog pound, call QB1 in the land, gold cleats on grass. But never fold, never fake, just built to last. Watch the throne, I ain't ask, I just grab. The Shedeur in Cleveland, welcome to the flag.
From prime to the pros, I was built for this. Now I'm running the dog pound, can't miss. They said I fold, now I'm throwing like 6. Browns got the future, I came with a gift. Pocket so calm, heart full of fight. Vision on gold, wrist full of ice. Number 12 on the jersey, but never in rank. Put the city on my back like gas in the tank.
QB1 in the land, now we up. She let go, but the kid too tough. She with the dance, playing each play. Browns got the truth, believe what I say. Perfect timing. Dog pound. Every snap, every drive, it's precision and grace. I ain't come to play safe, I came to replace. Talk that talk, but my game too loud. Turn up the dog pound, make prime proud. Legacy rich, but I double the grind. Diamonds on time, still humble in mind. They ain't ready for the QB with swag, with a gold AP and a Cleveland flag. QB1 in the land, now we up.
Yo.
Sleeling cold, but the kid too tough. Shake you with the dance, blazing each play. Hey, Ross got the truth, believe what I say.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Wingate, hit that like button, man. I need y'all to subscribe and share and tell your friend about that money, man. You already know, man. We got a lot to talk about right now, bro. We had fun last night. Everybody slow to get in. Everybody getting in slow. Oh, man. I'm telling you. They said it was just a 5th round pick. They said he not NFL ready. Shedeur didn't come to ride the bench. He did not come ride the bench. He came to take the job. So this is how he become QB1. I'm telling y'all right now. This is how he become QB1. What up, Selmo? I'll tell you right now. These the keys right here. These the keys. I already think he done got first team reps. To be honest, that's just my opinion. It been a lot of things going on and being said that I believe Shedeur done got first team reps. Now everybody else, y'all speculate, listen to them analysts, listen to whoever you want to listen to. But in my opinion, I think Shedeur done got first team reps. That's all I'm saying. Number one, how Shedeur can become QB1 for the Browns. Dominate second team's reps consistently. In this case, second, third team, fourth team, whatever team they got him on, supposedly, he need to dominate the reps. Shedeur keeps completing 80 to 85% of his passes in practice like he reportedly did during minicamp. He'll be a trustworthy coach. He'll show command of the offense. He'll create pressure to get more meaningful reps. You know you got to create that pressure. Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett. We ain't worried about Joe Flacco. We already know he a bridge quarterback. I said that. That's why I said Ocho said it. That's why I said, in my opinion, I believe Shedeur done got first team reps already. But what everybody else concluding and what they saying is he ain't got none. But I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Number 2, we already know it. Outshine Dylan Gabriel. Gabriel was the higher draft pick, 3rd round, and is seen as more NFL ready by some people. Shedeur must show quicker progressions, dominate better pocket awareness and leadership, prove he's a better long-term investment. Beating Gabriel in the eyes of the coaches will vault Shedeur into QB3 or even QB2. Appreciate you, Selmo. I'm thinking he already done vaulted him. But from what Mary Kay and that Albert dude saying, Shedeur don't know the playbook. For some reason, I don't know how he don't. But they keep saying Shedeur don't know the playbook. How can you complete 77% of your classes if you don't know the playbook? And I think that guy G. Bush said it on the video I was watching here. He said the same plays they running with the 3rd and 4th team is the same plays they running with the 1st team and the 2nd team. The playbook ain't different. So if he completing 77% of his passes with the 3rd and the 4th team supposedly, why you think he can't do even better with the 1st team? No matter what defense is out there. Me Robinson, you always come in already on fire. Albert don't know nothing. Continue what he been doing. And I told y'all, if you was in my last live, 6, I ain't never seen you in here. I appreciate you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friend about the money, man. You already know. But I'm saying, Shedeur was on that 2nd field by himself. He got more than 53 reps. There's only 53 reps what they counted as the ESPN Cleveland media. Shedeur had more than 53 reps. And I think he done got plenty done got them 1st team with when the OTA and when the media went there. Well, Selmo, you in there Tupac Shedeur. Key number 3, exploit preseason opportunities. And I'm telling y'all, man, I'm trying to see it in person. Training camp and preseason games are everything for rookies. In joint practices and games versus live defenses, Shedeur can rise by making game speed throws, a few drives with touchdowns, and clean execution against other teams. 2nd stringers can force a reevaluation. Think Dak Prescott 2016 or Brock Purdy 2022 preseason heroes who didn't start high on the depth chart. I'm just letting you know right now. These joint practices and definitely these first 2 preseason games, because you know it's only 3 now. These first 2 preseason games gonna determine a lot. But I just want Shedeur not to get in the 4th quarter of each one of them. He need to rotate. They really need to rotate every series. So they probably gonna give Kenny Pickett the 1st series, and then Dylan Gabriel the 2nd series, and then I want Shedeur the 3rd series. That's the order they probably go, depending on how he doing the weeks leading up to the preseason game into the joint practices. That would make sense to me, but the way the Browns set up, hey, you'll never know. You'll never know. I'm telling you, you'll never know how they gonna rank this depth chart. It really ain't no depth chart right now. People just saying he the fourth string because he the last quarterback picked. If we all look at the film, we already know he's not the fourth string. And how can you have a fourth string when it never was a first? You can't have a fourth if it never was a first. I know I'm smart, Cedric. Appreciate you. Key number 4, take advantage of injuries or rest days. Deshaun Watson is still recovering. Joe Flacco is 39. These create potential openings. If veterans rest, Shedeur could sneak into first team drills. If he prepares, he could impress coaches enough to stay in the mix. This is key number 4. Now I'm telling you, I ain't wishing no injuries on nobody. But Joe Flacco is old. And I don't know how many hits he can take. But I know he pretty tough. Hopefully they get rid of Kenny Pickett or Dylan Gabriel, one of them. It'd probably be more than getting rid of Kenny Pickett. But if Dylan Gabriel in there, he already small, little, supposedly. And having them NFL defensive linemen hit you. Hey, being that little, it might take a toll. Now, we already know Shedeur was the most sacked quarterback in the last 2 years in the NCAA. Toughness and injuries is not a concern. We already know that. But because you being touched and hit that many times, even after you done thrown the ball, you getting laid out and still get up. We know Shedeur is tough and durable. That's why I was surprised the Saints took Tyler Show in the second round, because he had an injury history through college. So what you expect in the NFL when you got top tier 1% athletes in the NFL that can get to the quarterback, if this guy has been hurt for 6 years in college, the 7th year, the only time he played a full season. Don't no team won't pick it. You right. You right. Flacco ain't long term anyway. He a bridge quarterback. We already know. That's why I say he gonna start the season. Then Shedeur should be QB2. In my mind, he already QB2 because of the reps, the way the reps were breaking down. Why did Joe Flacco get less reps? That means he's gonna be the starter. People saying he don't need the reps. So, but Shedeur needs the reps. Shedeur got less reps. So if that means less reps for Joe Flacco, in my head, that correlates to Shedeur know the offense and the playbook. That means that's why he got less reps. And like I keep hearing, the competition is between Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. And which one ever lose that competition, that's the one that's getting out. That's the one that's gone. I've been saying this. Trade Kenny Pickett. Because I don't get to join live because of my work, but I've been peep your content. Appreciate you, big bro. You been supporting Shedeur since day one. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. 6. That's my favorite number, too. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, I've been on the same day one, bro. I've been in here. Even, I was talking about Colorado before y'all even knew. But my content, it wasn't popping like it popping now. But I was talking about Colorado then. You can go look at my old videos. Go watch them. You're a real true savage, you will go watch them. But I'm telling you, man, Shedeur toughness can't be questioned. Because we done seen him get sacked. The most sacked quarterback in the last 2 years in college football. And key number 5, win the locker room. If players, especially defense like Denzel Ward, started vouching for Shedeur, that's pressure. NFL coaches listen to when captains or starters ask for a quarterback. Shedeur's poise, leadership, and work ethic are already earning respect. Like, he already done got it. Denzel Ward done said it. Newsom done said it. I tell you, the biggest one, if he come out, probably not, but if he come out and say something, Myles Garrett, if he say, Shedeur, that's who I want. He probably ain't gonna say it exactly like that. But some even close to resemble that. and they don't put Shedeur in now? That's the leader of the whole squad? Your franchise cornerstone? The $100 million DN that stayed? You better listen to him. But even Denzel Ward, like, come on, bro. How can Denzel Ward vouch for Shedeur if Shedeur has not won against the first team? Even if he won with the first team offense, he don't win against the first team defense. Tillman said it too. But Tillman ain't Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett. That's when I'm talking about that type level of leadership on the team. Like, them the two best defensive players on your team, captains on your team. Like, these boys is ranked in the league at their position. I just look. Keep Island. What? How you say your name? Keep Island. I got a video. Shedeur with Collateral Collusion. We're going to take a look at this other video. Somebody left a comment and said something about take a look at this KTL report, this YouTube channel that made a video about the collusion with Shedeur. Same thing I had did. Do they have a good O-line? It doesn't. What I'm saying is, it ain't going to matter what the O-line do. It's going to be way better than Colorado. Even if Shedeur gets sacked that part of the league, you going against the 1% of the D linemen that made it to the NFL. So you gonna give up sacks. What I'm saying is, do you get the opportunity and the chance to go against the first team to prove what you can do? Shedeur look good, but we haven't went against him yet. They had to go against him. They had to make it through the whole season. He not getting fired. He not going nowhere. Green, nope. None of this matters. Browns are taking Arch Manning or the quarterback. Here you go. Where you was at last night then? They giving him the kind of respect you get when you played against them. That's what I'm telling you, Six. That's what I'm telling you. Denzel Ward ain't talking about Shedeur while he watching Shedeur from the sideline. No. How can he watch Shedeur from the sideline if he going against Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel when they doing first team reps? Supposedly. Like, come on now. Shedeur is sneaky and can scramble more than people do. Exactly. He mobile. He just ain't got to do it. He ain't run first. Like Lamar Jackson run first. Like, Josh Allen probably a little bit more athletic. But I ain't saying the size-wise, but he's sneaky like that, like a Josh Allen. Like, you'd be surprised if he run. But they've been running Josh Allen more. But in the beginning, you'd be surprised they didn't run. Key number 6. Make headlines in a positive way. Coach Stefanski and GM Andrew Barrow are watching the media too. If Shedeur goes viral for a clutch throwing count, he becomes a fan favorite like he was in college. Analysts begin hyping him up on shows. That's momentum they can't ignore. We already done hit this key. That's why y'all on here right now. That's why we clicking on Shedeur everything. That's why everything Shedeur is making money. Jerseys, media, content, articles, Shedeur himself. Like, come on. This already happening. But the thing is, for some reason, people are going to throw him out because he got 2 speeding tickets. Get out of here, man. 2 speeding tickets make you change your mind. Ain't got nothing to do with football. Exactly. And you got to run for your life. That's why he was holding on ball too long. That's why he took unnecessary sacks, because he trying to make a play. But ain't nobody worried about him. He come in and go when he need to. He subscribe. I appreciate it. Making money out of him too. No, we need to wait for training camp, David. We don't need to wait after. Wait until training camp when Shedeur start doing the thing. Well, you ain't speaking no fat, boy. See, well, you stay in here, dog. He won a lot of awards in Colorado, broke a lot of records. That's why they retired their jersey. But some people think it's too early, high too early. It ain't your decision to make. Key number 7, don't try to force it. First team reps come when a player proves mastery of the playbook, consistent execution, no ego, just results. Shedeur must be humble and hungry, not entitled. That will open doors. We already know he humble. He ain't entitled. He humble and already hungry. He told us already he got to come in there and prove himself right. Because he know he can do it. He ain't worried about nobody else but himself. The master of the playbook, I can't believe these folk talking about he don't know the playbook when he said the players are similar what they ran in Colorado. When the head coach took his playbook from Pat Shermer. The only thing is the verbiage will be different. You know I'm back on that clock. That paper ain't gonna make itself. What my name is? What my name is? I'm telling you. You can't tell me he don't know the playbook. When he out his own mouth, he said the play was similar. But the verbiage is different. The verbiage is going to be different for every team. Asante Samuel said this on his show, and I had put it up here. Hit that like button, let's ride. I'm getting money from him. Y'all know I ain't never lied. I get money for y'all coming on here. I appreciate you. I appreciate him too. All I need for him to hit that like button though. You know. He can troll all he want as long as you hit that like button and stay in here. Cause get what? Get what? The average duration go up. That watch time go up. That paper go up. That check go up. As long as he stay trolling, the more money I get. I ain't worried about nothing, bro. He can stay here as long as he want. That's what they don't understand. Exactly. How you say your name, bro? Jizzly? But I'm country folk, boy. I'm gonna call you R. Not no R Kelly, just R. You can't complete over 70% and not know the playbook. You can't. It's impossible. You can't go out there and just, he's open. No, you got to know the play as a quarterback because you got to know where the holes at in the defense, what coverage they running. You got to determine what cover 2, cover 1, cover 3, cover 4, cover 5, what they running. They in the nickel package. They got the linebacker 2 foot out. So I'm got to sit, my receiver got to sit in the hole because he got a little drag route. He got a little hitch route. He got a little post route. He got a little seam. It's cover 2, the hole in the middle. Come on, bro. The algorithm make them dollars. That's why I need y'all to hit that like button. I'm telling you, man, it's more DJ keys I came up with off ChatGPT. And they make a lot of sense. But like I said, Shedeur done got more reps. Shedeur done got more reps than what we know. Because he on that second field, man. He on that second field over there. Wow, I want to look at it right here.
We could be talking about him on the same level as Jackson and then Burrow and then those guys in the AFC. I mean, this kid is going to be our starting quarterback, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that he is the guy that we have been looking for.
Yeah.
We could be talking about him on the same level as Jackson and then Burrow and then those guys in the AFC North.
And it seems to me already that he's pretty well received by the guys.
I mean, this kid is.
We already know that, y'all. I don't know who you is, but we already know that, y'all. Ain't that new. Ain't that new. Let's see what y'all talking about before we look at this right here. Nah, I ain't seen no automatic commercial. I ain't worried about no Lonzo Ball. See, bro, Lonzo Ball, what? That's why LeBron got rid of him. It ain't crazy. He should have been a first round. He should have been first round pick. I mean, it ain't crazy. It ain't too crazy. But I explained this on the Collateral Collusion. Y'all go watch that live Collateral Collusion, man. Shedeur is the collateral of the collusion of the NFL collusion case, which involves Deshaun Watson. His fully guaranteed contract that he got when he signed when he got traded to the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur is the punishment for the Browns. Shedeur is the punishment for the Browns. I know you might like, how he the punishment? Money, man. When he making them all that money. It don't matter about the money. The NFL wanted to make a statement with another quarterback like Shedeur, his status, how he is, his personality, his confidence. They wanted to make a statement to where we not going to guarantee a fully guaranteed contract, which is a first round rookie. That way he gets a fully guaranteed contract. We don't want to encourage or reward the way he acts with a fully guaranteed contract. So the Browns, y'all almost created the downfall of the power the owners have in the NFL with giving Deshaun Watson a $230 million fully guaranteed contract, and then Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, and Kyler Murray also wanted a fully guaranteed contract, but we didn't give it to him because we went to an NFL meeting and colluded and told the owners not to give them fully guaranteed contracts, but because the Browns already did it, so we gonna punish y'all. Your punishment is the draft Shedeur, who we can't control. Now you figure it out. The only thing they didn't account is the fan support. I don't think they accounted how much fan support he would get, because that's why they put out all this narratives, all this fake information about he did bad in the interviews. He had headphones on. He didn't do the install play. He didn't know the install play. They put all these narratives out that dry him down. They give them a reason for him to fall to the 5th round when it actually was collateral collusion. I'm telling you, man. I'm smart. I know it. I know I'm smart. Ain't nobody ever put it like that, had they? Ain't nobody told y'all like that. This is collateral collusion. Now let's take a listen to this.
My style, I'm bringing
I'm just gonna let you know. It's an AI voice. AI made video. But listen, I was listening to it a little bit. I ain't watched the whole thing, so we're going to listen to a majority of it. So, this is AI created, I can tell, just by the voice and the videos and the pictures and stuff. But don't leave that out your head. Just listen to what he's saying.
Seats, I'm laying.
No, Deshaun Watson caused all this. New York Giants didn't cause all of it. Deshaun Watson caused all of this. And the Cleveland Browns.
Out the facts, the context, and letting you draw your own conclusions. All I ask, stick with me, hear the full story, and sound off in the comments. Let's begin with Ryan Clark. He's been one of the loudest voices in support of Shedeur Sanders lately, and what he's been saying, well, it lines up suspiciously well with what these collusion reports are now exposing. So first, you'll hear what Clark said, then I'll break it down from both the Browns angle and the league's. Before we dive in, take a second to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop your thoughts below. It helps more than you know. So here's what Ryan Clark said that really hit home. He claimed that maybe it's just his algorithm, but he sees Shedeur and Shedeur Sanders on his feed more than any undrafted or late round pick he's ever seen. Instagram, Twitter, these kids are everywhere. And let's be real, a big part of that buzz is because of their father, the legendary Deion Sanders. Deion was iconic. A generational talent with unmatched swag. He wasn't just a player, he was a movement. He told teams not to bother interviewing him because he already knew where he was going. He ran a 4.1 and said, "That's it, watch the film." That was prime time, unapologetic, electrifying. But here's where it gets complicated. Deion's fame and the way he did things may have unintentionally backfired on his sons, because this time, Deion's not the one calling the shots. And as Shedeur entered the NFL draft process, things got strange. The spotlight turned sour. Suddenly, there was this tidal wave of negative talk. None of it about football, all about...
Deion did have a big part in Shedeur fall, but it wasn't the main thing. Yes, he could have got an agent. Yes, he could have handled the pre-draft process a little different, but creating the narratives, the negative narratives, that was the main problem. To cover up the collusion. No, Mel Kiper didn't get fired. Why they can't fire him over that? I don't think. I ain't seen nowhere he got fired. And then coded back to what you saying, 13-12 record, crazy argument, considering CU won one game. People gonna say that, but they don't want to include Jackson State, what they did over there. 2 SWAC championship. Come on. Exactly. I watched every game, Colorado. And I was watching Jackson State. Went to the Celebration Bowl. 420, what's up? The jersey is on the way, 420. 6, you missed it last night, 6. I gave away a Shedeur Sanders jersey and a t-shirt, 6. You should have been here. NFL GM need to be fired. They had a day-to-day documentary of Shedeur from well off and the pregame show, but had questions about his character. Hey, like I said, fake narratives. To control fake narratives to cover up the collusion. No problem. Boy, you caught us. I ain't say you were gonna win. I just said we was in here having a good time, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy. But let's get back to it.
Character, attitude, personality, but never backed by specifics. That's when it gets personal, because you can't prove or disprove anonymous whispers. You can evaluate tape. Sure, maybe Shedeur doesn't have elite escapability or a cannon like Josh Allen. Fine.
Y'all know what I didn't notice right here? Where my mouse at? Right here. The big D tackle in the middle. Right in front of Myles Garrett. That's my cousin. I just noticed that.
That's valid football critique. But these vague character assassinations, they're baseless and they hurt. You can see the pain on Deion's face, not just as a coach, but as a father. He's always been the protector, the fixer, but now he couldn't fix this. He couldn't shield his son from the politics. And that kind of helplessness, that cuts deep. Let's not forget, Deion's been calling out these lies for a while. At the Big 12 Pro Day, he flat out said he knew who made those anonymous claims. And everyone who's spoken on the record about Shedeur, they've had nothing but praise. Giants GM called him a great kid, football smart, checks every box. Doesn't sound like someone toxic. So what's really going on? Critics pointed out Shedeur skipped the East-West Bowl, okay? But ask why. Reports say the Titans, Browns, and Giants requested he sit. This wasn't a diva move, it was strategic, driven by the teams themselves. One scout even said, he's got swagger, feels like a QB1. So again, where's the proof of a bad attitude? Now, here's where it all gets nuclear. The collusion ruling. The NFL and NFLPA haven't even acknowledged it yet, but the ruling is out there. 61 pages of evidence that were never supposed to see the light of day, and they confirm what so many suspected. The documents outline a coordinated effort to suppress fully guaranteed contracts. Yes, this goes back to the Deshaun Watson deal and Lamar Jackson's negotiations. According to the report, at a March 2022 owners meeting, just days after the Browns gave Deshaun that historic $230.00 M fully guaranteed contract, the NFL Management Council didn't just suggest, they encouraged all 32 teams to reduce guarantees in veteran contracts. Let that sink in. This wasn't a tip, it wasn't advice, it was a league-wide directive. That's the very definition of collusion. And it makes you wonder, why hasn't another quarterback received that kind of deal since? Think about it. Multiple MVPs, Pro Bowlers, franchise cornerstones have signed new contracts, none of them fully guaranteed. Why? Because the Browns broke the unspoken rule and the NFL made sure no one followed their lead. Oh yeah, this goes way deeper than just one player. This is about power, control, and whether one team's bold move triggered a league-wide clampdown. Let me know what you think.
I said power, control, and money. If you go watch my Shedeur video, why he fell into the 5th round, this before I knew all of this. But it is about the power, control, and money. The Browns giving a quarterback a fully guaranteed $230 million contract for 5 years would have set a ripple effect like it almost did with other quarterbacks, which includes big-time quarterbacks. They're going to want more than $230 million, $250, $300 million 5-year contracts, which is going to set another ripple effect of, oh, I'm the star defensive player over here. Let me get a fully guaranteed contract. Pretty soon, the whole league going to want fully guaranteed contracts. And what's the bottom line? What's the bottom line? The bottom line is to make money. The more profit we can make with less expenses, the more we can put in our pocket. That's why these NFL teams have came from being worth hundreds of millions of dollars to billions. We looked at it. Our average NFL team is worth $6.5 billion. The average. The highest is the Cowboys at $11 billion. The lowest is the Bengals at $5 billion. That's why they so cheap. Think about that. If I got 53 players on the roster and my quarterback getting paid $230 million and everybody on a fully guaranteed contract, ain't no way I'm going to bring in enough profit, revenue, return on investment in 1 year to pay all of these guys when I can get the biggest return on investment by paying the guy as little as possible with no fully guaranteed money, and I can cut him whenever I want to and get up out the deal. Think about it. You got an old vet. Why you think these old veterans be getting cut, getting released? Because they be asking for so much money when they can go to the draft and get a first rounder for $46, $48 million. Why I'm going to pay you $230 when I can go get a first rounder that do the same thing? He younger, he hungry, he just coming to the league, so I know he going to play because he don't know the game for the money side. I can pay him $48 million, $40 million, down to $20 million when you want $230. And I can pay him $48 million, $40 million for 5 years. Because y'all got to realize that first round draft picks, they got a 5th-year option. So it's 5 years instead of 4. That's why I said, I ain't said I'm happy Shedeur ain't go through in the first round. But when you think about it in that term, he'll be locked up for 5 years on that crazy contract, like Kenny Pickett, and hoping he get an extension. That's what we talking about right now, 420.
Think in the comments, because this story is far from over. Let's get straight to it. Fully guaranteed contracts in the NFL. You don't find it the least bit suspicious? See, I'm not one to dive into conspiracy theories. I believe in conspiracies. And if you're unclear on the definition, look it up. A conspiracy is just a group of people coordinating behind closed doors toward a shared goal. That's it. It's not aliens. It's not some wild sci-fi tale. It's powerful business figures aligning their interests and saying, here's how we're going to run things. And that, my friends, is exactly what happened here. Now, circle back to Shedeur Sanders. This man drops all the way to the 5th round, not the 2nd, not the 3rd, not even the 4th, 5th. And some people are quick to say, well, maybe it was the owner, not the GM who made that pick. Okay, let's run with that logic. That means the owner was fully aware of the whispers surrounding Shedeur and still decided to pull the trigger. You're telling me that wasn't a setup? That wasn't a consequence? Look, I know it may sound extreme, but let's not ignore the context. It's starting to feel like a message was being sent, almost like the NFL said, all right, Browns, we let you sneak that Watson contract through, but now you're going to feel the consequences. A silent warning to any team considering a fully guaranteed quarterback deal. Don't you dare. And let's be honest, Deshaun Watson hasn't exactly looked like a $230 million 0-cents quarterback since. Injuries, setbacks. We're watching the aftermath unfold in real time, so I have to ask you, if the NFL can quietly collude to suppress guaranteed contracts, what makes you think they wouldn't orchestrate a coordinated effort to bury Shedeur Sanders down in the 5th round? If you're still with me, I know you're listening, and I'm not talking about a mild draft slide. I'm talking about a calculated drop to a round where franchise QBs don't typically land. Something deeper is going on here, and you can trace the threads right back to that Watson contract.
Look, I promise you, I did not watch this video. I said this. Maybe they copied mine when I said it because it was a day ago. And I made that video a while. It was about 2 days ago I made that video. Because I'm telling y'all, man, this was collusion. Collateral collusion. There it is right there. 2 days ago. Yeah, they probably watched my video. That was 2 days ago. Right here, they live when I said all that. 2 days ago. Because that video was 1 day ago. But like I said, it's bigger. Shedeur was supposed to go to the Browns from the get-go, from the jump, from the beginning. Shedeur could have went to the Browns at the 2nd pick or the 5th pick since they traded back. But Andrew Berry said we got him at a steep discount. Now it's coming all together. It's coming all together now. The collusion and the punishment for the Browns was, just like they just said, was to get Shedeur on your team. We gonna make him fall, but Browns, you the one that gotta draft him. So it don't matter where you pick him at, you gotta draft him. You can't pick him until the 5th round or later. He your punishment. You gotta deal with it. That's why they picked Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd. Because they already know they had to pick Shedeur. So we going to get somebody we really want. This collusion, man. Shedeur was supposed to go to the Browns. He was a punishment for that Deshaun Watson contract. Collateral collusion.
Right back to the Browns. Now let's revisit Shedeur Sanders. You've heard me talk about him before, and I stand on it. He's not just Deion's son. He's not just flashy confidence or social media buzz. The kid is legit, calm in the pocket, composed under pressure, smart, efficient, and tested. He's got the toolkit of a future franchise quarterback, but in the lead up to the draft, the media turned on him. Early coverage praised him as a potential late 1st or early 2nd round. But then just days before the draft, the tone flipped. The vibe changed. Out came the anonymous scouts, claiming he wasn't a leader, hard to coach, vague critiques with no substance. The hype cooled, just like that. Before we go further, smash that subscribe button, tap the like, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. You make this conversation possible. Draft weekend hits, and boom, Shedeur drops all the way to the 5th. Who picks him? The Cleveland Browns, the same team that ignited the NFL's contract chaos. You really think that's a coincidence? Let's be honest. It's not just Shedeur. Look at Laremy Tunsil. He was a lock for the top 5 until what? Video leaks during the draft? A gas mask incident? Come on. That wasn't random. That was planned sabotage, character assassination in real time. And now we're seeing the same playbook run again. Only this time it's not one video, it's subtle quotes, carefully timed media narratives, whisper campaigns, all trickling out right before the draft to tank a player's stock. And here's the part no one wants to talk about. Now we're seeing Sanders guys everywhere Mike is on them. Cameras rolling. Jimmy Horn, Deontay Wester. These are undrafted free agents and 5th rounders. And they're getting mic'd up like primetime stars. That's not normal, bro. That's strategic exposure. You don't mic up UDFAs unless there's a business reason behind it. So what is it? Ratings, clicks, merch sales. Sure, it's just traffic court. But when you're fighting for a spot on the depth chart and trying to build your reputation as a professional, every move matters. Then came June 17th. Just days after missing that court appearance, Sanders was pulled over again. Well, this time clocked at a staggering 101 mph in a 60 by Strongsville police. The story exploded across local media. Fan forums lit up. Cleveland radio hosts didn't hold back. The question was on everyone's mind. If Sanders can't manage his responsibilities off the field, how can the Browns trust him to lead on it? Ironically, these incidents came just weeks after Sanders signed his 4-year, $4,660,000 0 cents rookie contract. This wasn't about a $249 0 cents fine, or even the next one looming at $250 0 cents. This is about perception, about priorities, about character under pressure. So now we ask you, Browns Nation, do you still believe in Shedeur Sanders? Is this just...
That whole thing was ridiculous. And yeah, friend, we had talked about that, Kenny Pickett. They denied his $20 million. Yeah. That was the 5th-year option. They denied it. So that's why I say, how can you say he is going to be the QB1 and for the Browns? That makes no sense. They did. Look, I'm telling you, it's making a whole lot more sense now. They declined Kenny Pickett 5th-year option because if they tried to trade him, the other team was going to have to make a decision. So they just took the decision out. So now, he basically a 1-year quarterback. He a 1-year quarterback. I don't know if they would have had to trade him again. Would that team had to pick it up? I don't know. I don't know the entails and the details of that contract. Like, if you trade the player more than twice, I don't know. But I do know is, now that they declined that, he a 1-year quarterback for $2 million. See what I'm saying? So if he was the quarterback of the future for the Browns, or they believed in him that much, they would have picked up that 5th-year option so they can have him for next year and then work on a long deal contract for next year. If by declining it, and he's their future quarterback, they're going to have to start working on the extension now. That would have gave him an extra year at $20 million instead of trying to, he going to probably ask for $30 million a year if he do that good. You know what I'm saying? If he work his way up to a contract extension, he going to ask for more than $20 million a year. Or he going to ask for $20 million a year when you could have had him for $20 million for an extra year. Instead of, you had 2 years to see if he really that guy instead of just 1. When you got a quarterback competition with 5 other quarterbacks, because Deshaun Watson, he going to end up getting healthy next year. He ain't going to play this year because of what they ain't talking about is how the Browns got an insurance policy on Deshaun Watson and they're going to get $58 million back because they ain't going to play him. Then the next question is, when Deshaun Watson become fully healthy and he get cleared by the doctors and the Browns still don't play him, what can he do then? Can he sue him? Can he file a grievance? Ain't nobody talking about that. That's why I said that's why they ain't pick up that 5th-year option. I don't know what Deshaun Watson gonna do, but I know one thing: he ain't playing this year. I don't care if he say he healthy, he not playing because the Browns gonna want that $58 million. They want their money. They ain't playing Deshaun. He done.
Immaturity that he'll outgrow, or a red flag that can't be ignored? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications because this story isn't over. And neither is the fight for QB1. The Cleveland Browns wide receiver situation is quietly evolving into one of the most compelling conundrums of the entire offseason, and it might be time to acknowledge a hard truth. The depth at this position could be a ticking time bomb. Let's break it down, and before jumping to conclusions, stick with me. By the end, you'll realize just how close the Browns are to making a seismic decision that could redefine their entire 2025 campaign. But first, hit that like button to stay locked in on all things Browns. We begin with Jeudy. On paper, Jeudy seems like a shrewd acquisition, scooped up for a mere 5th and 6th round pick, then re-signed before he even set foot on the practice field in Berea. At the time, Andrew Berry's move was seen as daring, maybe even reckless, but now it looks calculated and it's paying dividends. Jeudy is explosive, shifty, and instinctive. If all goes according to plan, he'll be the WR1 this season. But let's have an honest moment. Jeudy isn't invincible. His history with ankle injuries in Denver raises questions. As promising as he is, even he comes with durability concerns.
I don't even want to talk about them receivers because when I looked at Joe Flacco, when he was in the Browns, they ran a lot of 21 personnel. A lot of 20, 21 personnel, 11 personnel. That means they're going to have 2 tight ends. 21 personnel is 2 tight ends, 1 running back. 20 personnel is 2 tight ends, no running back. They like running 2 tight end sets mainly because they about to run the ball more. You don't draft Juckins and Sampson not to run the ball more. That's why they draft Fannie Jr., the other tight end, the rookie. They're going to put him out there with David Njoku. They're going to have both of them out there at the same time in 21 personnel with Juckins in the backfield. Jeudy out there on the island one-on-one. Because that's how they did Amari Cooper. I looked at the film. I watched Joe Flacco film when he was playing with the Browns. That's what they did. They had them 2 tight end sets with Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb went back. Ford was back there. And they had Amari Cooper out there on one-on-one eating up the corner. Eating up the cornerback. So guess what they going to do? They trying to replicate the same thing. Then they got Jeudy. Now they got another dominant, because they ain't had no dominant tight end on the other side. They had Fannie Jr., that boy catch everything. So they got him and David Njoku out there both at the same time and receiver threats with Jeudy, and then you got a dog like Juckins in the backfield. You don't need another receiver. You don't need another receiver. Tillman, Thrash, and whoever else they got. Johnson, if he make the team, they'll do. I don't like Johnson. After I read what he did out there in Baltimore, I don't like him at all. Then the only reason why he talking about Kenny Pickett gonna be the starter because they played together in Pittsburgh. That's the only reason why. Shedeur made that for him in one day. They need 12 slinging that ball. But they going to run that pill. They definitely going to run that pill. I tell you that. They going to run that thing. They definitely going to run it. That's why I need to get there and get that software so we can go ahead and break this down. Y'all done hit me in the pocket with that giveaway, though. But it was needed. Two rookies waiting on a draft. What you talking about? And with Tony. It got to be Grosky. Groskeski, whatever his name is. I'm telling you, They're going to run a lot of 20 personnel, a lot of 21 personnel, for sure. A lot of 21 personnel. I can show y'all, but they might try to copyright me. I ain't going to play the whole clip. I'm just going to break it. I'm just going to show y'all and then stop it. Let's see, can I get it on this one? Because this ain't no Western name. Let me see. This 21 right here. No, this 11. This is what they've been running. This formation right here, this is what they've been running in the OTA and the minicamp. This formation right here, 11 personnel. They will run this. This is one of their main formations right here. No. It can't be muted. If I play it, then they're going to copyright me. I can't play it. Now, trust me, I know. Manning ain't coming out to 27. We ain't worried about talking about him. They got Njoku right here, the tight end. See my mouse? Yeah, it was too cold. That's why I said I don't like them. The tight end right here, down at the bottom of the screen right here. Then you got, if you want to call it trips, you can call it trips because you include the tight end, or you can call it twins right. Then you got one backside. There will be Jeudy back here. That's Amari Cooper back there. There would be Jeudy. Like I said, you get the one-on-one matchup backside. You put your best receiver backside by itself. I can't even do it. Then you got an out route. It's like a go route, a fade back there. Touchdown. Tight end. Let me see, can I find that? See, another 11 personnel. This 11 again. Tight end up the top right here. Tight end. Tight end right here where my mouse is. Wait till I get it, then I'll be able to circle it. Like I'm saying, you got center, guard, tackle, tight end. Center, guard, tackle, tight end. Then you got twins left. They got the twins away from the tight end now. Now you can call it. You can call it Miami twin set 2x2. 2x2, whatever verbiage you use. So that means you got 2 receivers on this side, 2 on this side, 2x2. That's what that is. 11 personnel, you got 1 tight end, 1 running back. Same thing. 11 again. This a whole different game. Y'all see the same formation. Amari Cooper at the top backside, Njoku standing up right here, tight end. Then you got 2 right here. You got twins right, trips right, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I got merch, man. You ain't seen it? I got merch. I'll show it to you in a minute. Hold on. I was trying to find that 21 personnel. Cause they run that a lot too. Even with the H-back. This the same, you can call it the same formation. You can call it 11 personnel. Now the tight end, he just off the line. He got H-back now. He got H-back. You got the same players in there. Just different formation. See? H-back. That's what I say. I say you sign Amari Cooper again because he a free agent and he already got a little chemistry with Joe Flacco and been in their offense. I don't know if he gonna want to come back, but you know, he really probably ain't got no choice. There ain't nobody picking him up. So that's what I'm saying. That would be my main target. Just to be honest. 11 personnel again. I told you, they run their 11 and they 21 a lot. We seeing way more 11 right here, though. Here go your, they about your 21. They close to your 21. But you got 2 tight ends. They were the other tight end. But then you got that extra lineman, you know, this goal line set. Tell him, well, y'all got no football. See anything now. See now you got a 12 personnel now. But nah, I take that back. He receiver. That's more emotional. Never mind. It's still 11. Told y'all I done looked at this stuff. Y'all like, Money Man ain't doing that. He just coming on here just talking crazy. He don't know football. Now they got trips. Now you got 10 personnel. You got trips down here at the bottom. Trips right. Trips left if you on defense. Trips left. Then you got 1 receiver backside. What you got? You look like Amari Cooper down here on the trip side now. Down at the bottom. I was just saying, that'd be Jeudy right there. Defense should be in cover 3. That's what I would run. That what it looked like. 1 high safety. They done brought him down in the box. Corner. Look like they in nickel cover. It must be 3rd down. I can't see the marker. But it got to be 3rd down. Because it look like you only got two linebackers. Then you got your other safety in the box. And then you bring in the nickel back, dime, whatever you want to call them, an extra corner. You bring him in to play that trip. Because a passing down. And there it is right now.
Now let's pivot to Cedric Tillman. And this might sting a bit. There's undeniable love for Tillman, especially from fans who watched him dominate Saturdays at Tennessee. And yes, after Amari Cooper was dealt to Buffalo last year,
I play linebacker. I was the quarterback of the defense. I played linebacker and outside. They could like a rover type. Outside linebacker. Johnson only had 1,000 yard season. That's it. And Manning ain't none of them quarterbacks as good as Shedeur or Cam Ward. Ain't none of them quarterbacks coming out next year. They ain't did nothing. I don't know, bro. I ain't even gonna tell you. You talking about quarterback wise? I don't know. Add me in 2-3 years. You already know it. I'll show y'all. But we talking about Shedeur. I mean, that's about all I got, because they talking about receiver now.
Tillman saw increased reps, and that's a bold and dangerous assumption. After Jeudy and Tillman, the depth chart starts here due to a fall in line in Cleveland. 3 names that could shift the narrative, starting with one that might surprise you. Amari Cooper, yes, that.
I promise you I ain't watched this video. I promise you. That's why I'm skipping. Amari Cooper, like I just said, he will be the best fit to come back. He would be the best fit to come back to the Browns, because he already know the offense a little bit. He got a chemistry with Joe Flacco already. So it's like, you know, that would be probably the ideal receiver they could pick up in free agency. But if I was them, if I were the Browns, I'd trade one of them, whatever, at the end of the season, and we figure out what draft picks they got with them 2 first rounders they got, I'm trading the highest draft pick I got to get a draft pick for next year in 2027, and I'm going against Jeremiah Smith. That's what I'm doing. If I'm the Browns GM, that's what I'm doing. That make a whole lot more sense than trying to draft a quarterback. Cause think about it. Think about it. You really think you gonna find, just like Travis, for some reason, you think you gonna find another dominant receiver like Jeremiah Smith in the next 10 years? That was a freshman and was the leading receiver on the Ohio State. Oh my goodness. I watched the boy nasty. He ready for the league right now. Now you can't say that about a lot of them. He ready for the league right now. So you need to trade your highest draft pick. Don't get no quarterback. Trade your highest draft pick for 2027. That's what you need to do. Try to get Jeremiah Smith in that first round in 2027. This the video right here.
That sell hope in June and July that they know is inauthentic. Like last year when the Raiders were like Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. And I keep bringing that up because a lot of people in the organization, well, Gardner's never really been given a chance. Yeah, there's a reason. Like he's a good.
And we watched it.
And we watched it unfold. And listen, if I really want to get cynical, I can talk about selling season tickets. I can talk about trying to get people out to the yard, or you are running an organization where you're just trying to keep players invested as much as anything. But in terms of hope and optimism, Trevor Sikkema on courtesy of PFF shared this glimmer of hope and optimism for the Cleveland Browns and their fans.
Whether he's the week 1 starter or not, he kind of has to be a reason for optimism, right? Because even though I was a little bit lower on him, I thought he was more of, like a midday 3 type of a value quarterback. To get him in the 5th round, especially to the current quarterback situation that the Browns have, you are hoping that you get an absolute gem in Shedeur Sanders and that he's starting at some point, and that he shows you starting caliber capabilities at the NFL level. So genuinely, like no trolling, he is one of the other reasons of optimism if he can gain that starting role for them.
So this is what's wild about this, because there's a lot that I agree with what he had to say about Shedeur. This is where the business arm of a team and the football arm tend to push apart and don't necessarily share the same values. Yeah, I do think there are certain players or certain combination of players that give Browns fans hope, and I think Shedeur probably does, to more so than any than Kenny Pickett or maybe Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, for sure. Now you almost said more than Joe Flacco, but you were hesitant there.
Well, no. I mean, I think right now, because I think Browns fans are looking for hope. Clearly, they are looking for hope, and they're looking for hope in anywhere they can find it. Like when we've had the talks of, it's probably gonna be till 2026 till you get your quarterback. There are fans who are gobsmacked because they're like, no, what about 2025? And I'm like, I didn't draw this up. I didn't design it. It's just the way it's gonna go.
I'm not in charge of the team.
Yeah.
I didn't make the projections.
Yeah, don't get mad at me for having the right opinion about this. No, I kid a little bit there, but like, I think there are 2 quarterbacks that give you hope. I think Kenny Pickett. And again, maybe there are some. I think
there are some people out there that have hope with Kenny, but I think you're right in that if you're going to say Flacco and Shedeur, that's the answer.
Yeah, and listen, I think Joe gives you hope that they can actually outperform expectations and maybe win games and maybe make the playoffs. That's not what I see with Joe. My hope with Joe is simple. It's going to make the offense watchable.
Yeah, my hope with Joe is simple as well. It's just he seems fun. That's it. That's the only hope.
And by the way, that might be the bar to clear this year.
Which, I mean, football and sports are supposed to just be entertainment at the end of the day, is it not? It's a first part of ESPN is entertainment. Like we're supposed to be entertained, and so Joe will at least do that. He'll check that box off.
And that for me is why when we think about Kenny and what you were describing, the offense with Kenny, which you're right, it is a ground control, play great defense, run the hell out of the ball, and throw a lot of short slants.
It makes your eyes bleed. Yeah. It's not very fun.
But like with Joe, like it is. I mentioned the point about like it would make your eyes bleed in the preseason, let alone in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't necessarily think Joe can repeat the winning formula of 2023.
No, I don't either.
Because I think it was such a lightning in a bottle, the perfect player at the perfect moment. The perfect guy to inject hope in that moment to that locker room when it needed it most. It's a lot tougher to do it right now. And it's a lot tougher when people already have tape on you in this situation, especially in a similar offense last year in Indy. But I will not begrudge you if you have more hope because you remember what Joe did for you.
Should we be giving more optimism to Dylan Gabriel?
Hey, man, the Browns created this mess. That's all I'm going to say. Joe Flacco going to start the battle for QB2, which I think Shedeur already got it. And then Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, they got to fight for a roster spot. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. That's just what I'm saying. That's the way I see it. I don't know, bro. People can say what they want to say or whatever.
Money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. My savage. Money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. Gotta already know my name when I speak NCC play. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like subscribing everything in between. You already know. Money man. You already know.
What's his name?
Old boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh. Hey, this semi-pro right here. Boop, give me that, boy. Wow, I'm telling you, if I was 6'2", 6'3", he threw that ball in the dirt. He threw that ball in the dirt. Well, that running back was big, but he ran for like 1,500 yards that season. He was like the leading rusher in the league. Dude, come here, boy. Come here, boy. Hey, you outweighed me about 30 pounds now. Who did it in the game? That running back right up. Boy, that nigga was big. He was big. He was big. Try to rip the ball out. I cut my arm on that play, but that dirt was so hard. GG. GG. GG.
There may never be another guy like him.
GG. They call it right here. I ain't watched these in years. I done switched the whole topic. You playing with me like that, boy? Give me that sack, boy. Come here. Whoop. That boy was 6'7". That tight end, they tried to block me just there. He was like 6'7". That was my big game. I had like 6 solo tackles that game. Virginia State. Like, watch me, watch me. That boy like 6'7". Get off me, boy. That when I figured out the play. They were like the first time they ran that play. And then them last two, like the first play y'all seen when it first came on, I had learned they play already. And then that's how I broke on it. I should have got that ball, man. I kicked it. He had fumbled it. I recovered this fumble right here. GG. Pad break up. Can't really see it on that dead end right here. They got me another one right here. I jammed that boy so good. This dude was like 6'6". The tight end right here. Thought that boy had got a concussion. Tell you, boy. They all on here, though. But I appreciate y'all. That's all I got. Collateral Collusion. Collateral Collusion. They when I was playing safety. I had a whole, listen to it.
What? Have to be what?
Twice.
What?
Twice as good.
Twice as good as them to get half what they have.
It's not over.
Interception. I'm telling you, I ain't watched these in years. This semi-pro. That was the first year I played semi-pro. ate this dude up. Gah! No diddy. Come here. You look better at this angle. At the wide angle, you see how fast I'm moving. Right here, look at it. Yeah. Come here. If I could play the sound, y'all would have heard that hit. I promise you it was lines on that field. It didn't look like it, but it was lines on that field. Tilt that ball. I should have laid him out. Every time I watch that clip. My angle was bad. That's what I thought he did something. Boy, I threw you to the ground, bro. Anyway. That's it, man. That's how ghetto this thing was. I had to play in my practice jersey. There it is, though, man. I'm done, bro. Man, the Collateral Collusion, man. We gonna see. What you mean, what? What happened? I'm trying to wait for Shedeur and Shiloh to go live, man. But they ain't going live for nothing. I might just do Shiloh. I might just play his screen, but put it up and play here. Uh-oh, they already done muted it. Bet.
W-Dom in the chat, you already know. W-Dom in the chat to start the day. Hey, we got a special guest for y'all also. Pull up, gang! Pull up, gang! Pull up, gang! You gotta get the deal, bro.
I'm out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Tell your friend about that money, man. You already know, man. We in that thing. Y'all ain't get me lit tonight. We had fun last night, though. I know y'all probably still tired. You know, y'all still trying to catch your energy back, you know. Or somebody else done went live and y'all done jumped in there. Y'all know how y'all be jumping around, but it is what it is. Appreciate y'all for coming, man. Y'all know what time it is.
In each play, Grail's got the truth, believe what I say. Perfect timing. Dog pound. Every snap, every drive is precision and grace. I ain't come to play safe, I came to replace. Talk that talk, but my game too loud. Turn up the dog pound, make prime proud. Legacy rich, but I double the grind. Diamonds on time, still humble in mind. They ain't ready for the QB with swag, with a gold AP and a Cleveland flag. QB1 in the land, now we up. Sleep like cold, but the kid too tough. Shake you with the dance, blazing each play. Hey, Raw's got the truth, believe what I say. dreams. Now I'm leading men, not just teams. They tried to doubt, tried to shade, tried to run me out. Now they chant my name in the dog pound.